stinger for Chapter 11 says, your limits are tested as your group reunites for a journey to the island marina. Okay, so they're just assuming we got out. Cool. But none of you could be prepared for what you find. What could that be? Let's find out! This is Act 3. We're starting Act 3 now. Chapter 11. Rock the Boat. So, Kira, those voices on the radio, you're sure that's what they were saying? My god, it's erupting! The volcano's erupting! Iris's holographic mouth moves, but the sound of her voice is that of a panicked man. What is she doing? It's what we heard. She must have recorded it. This is unbelievable. The La Huerta volcano is erupting, but it's not like anything I've ever seen. God help us all. That's not creepy. That's not guys? There is one thing we found here at the resort while you were gone. There's Raj finally. Raj hands you a framed photograph of a picturesque marina, filled with docked yachts and sailboats. Is this here? Yup. Only a couple miles south. It's Mr. Rourke's private marina, reserved for only the resort's most illustrious guests. Many kept their prized yachts there. Yachts, you say? And if there are any left... Michelle's thinking. We know what we have to do. Everyone get your things. We're getting off this rock. Hell yeah! We have no idea if anything's got enough fuel or supplies to get us anywhere near, some place populated. But we're gonna try! Look, Coach always told me whether it's an engineering class or a 260-pound linebacker, you've got to look each and every challenge square in the eye and face it head on. No, the 260-pound linebacker you dodge, you idiot! What the hell? Was your coach around 3 feet tall and a motivational poster? I can't disagree with that question, Jake. Huh. Hilarious, coming from a guy who takes his advice from Jose Cuervo. 10 rounds with Jose Cuervo, I lost count and started counting again. Tonight is random country song reference night, apparently. Speaking of Jose, if any of you kids find yourselves in Costa Rica, look me up. First round's on... me. Uh-oh. As you come around the bend in the shoreline, Jake's face falls. What? Smoke coils slowly in the air like black snakes. The crystal blue water of the marina laps against the charred wood and metal of the ship's shattered hulls. Oh my god, somebody meant it. Lila? This doesn't really look like the photo. The inlet is lined with debris-strewn docks. Millions of dollars worth of exquisite boats lie in ruin. Sean steps forward, his face slack. He falls to his knees. How? Why? First my plane, now this? Someone is trying awfully hard to keep us here. See? This is what I'm talking about. This is what we get for trying. Will you shut up, Alistair? You're scaring Grace. You go, Michelle. Oh, You look at Sean, slumped on his knees, gazing out at the devastation. So we can comfort Sean or yell at him. Okay. Sean appears to be the, like, big tough man type, right? I don't need nobody's coddling, I'm my own person. So, I think what's actually gonna work best with him, even though I don't like it, is yell at him. Get the hell up, Sean. What? Kira? I'm not accepting defeat. Are you? We are gonna put one of these yachts back together, young man, and you're going to help me. I don't know. Maybe you should. I'm sorry, no. No, because that's not the kind of person I am. Is that the kind of person you are, Sean Gale? No. Every fiber of my being is telling me to not open the creepy box. That's like Movies 101. That is literally blatant genre savvy. Take a drink. I ain't even trying to hide that one. Well, someone's gotta open it. Why don't we do it together? You and Diego team up to pull on the box's lid. The lid pops open, revealing the box's contents. Whoa. So, there's some more things marked confidential. Let us examine them. More of those dossiers about our group. Why is there a picture of Quinn in here? Were they tracking us? I seriously doubt the Celestial ran background checks on every guest. So we can open the dossiers for 16 diamonds or not. Well, the dossiers are a clue, so we're going to read the dossiers. So we have Craig, Michelle, and Quinn. You spot Lila on the deck of a large yacht. The bow is almost intact, but the ship is snapped in half, with the stern portion mostly submerged. You cross the gangway to join her. Hey, Lila. Find anything over here? Not yet. It's just weird. What is? Why do you never sound sad? I feel like I recognize this yacht. She heads to the middle of the ship, ending in twisted, splintered steel. A cracked staircase leads down to the partly submerged deck below. Are you going down there? It's flooded! I have to check something. So we can stop her or go with her. Well, as hinted, that's what this outfit is for, so let's go with her. I'm coming with you. Really? Well, let's go then! Oh my god, she's so like Dora the Explorer. I love it. You head down the stairs into the dark compartment. The water rises quickly around you as you wade further in. A shout from across the marina grabs your attention. Everybody! Come here, quick! Your group hustles over to the pier Grace is on. She's standing by something tied to the dock beneath a large tarp. What have you got for us? Grace yanks away the tarp to reveal a speedboat! A high-performance runabout. Visual analysis indicates a Neptune-class model 2850. It's completely intact. Almost looks brand new. Not sure why this one's okay when everything else here is destroyed, but... Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, short stuff. Pretty sure the Trojans would feel differently about that. Facts, Diego. Keys? Grace shakes her head no. Sean gives a hopeful look to Zara. Are you telling me to hotwire it? No, I'm not telling you anything. You do exactly as you please. We all know this is in front of you and you cannot possibly... you cannot possibly, resist yourself. You're goddamn right. Zara flicks out her knife, and a few moments later, the speedboat's engine revs to life. Hell yeah! Alright, what's the range, Blue Girl Group? Can it reach the Dominican Republic? That's you again, Iris. I see. On a full tank of gas, yes. Jake checks the tank and grimaces. Well, it's got gas, but not completely full. So it might make it, but it also might stall out in the middle of the Caribbean and we die. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's we in this situation? Because to fit everyone, we're gonna need a bigger boat. You're right, it's way too small. A couple of us should go and bring back help. The question is, who? I'm not gonna lie, it's a gamble that we would even reach safe haven. Everyone stands around in an awkward silence, until Sean pulls off his shirt and hops into the boat. Well, we still don't have a second wheel, but the third wheel just took his shirt off, so take a drink. Don't know why you had to lose your shirt to get in the boat, but here we are. I'll do it. I'll be back with rescue before you know it. Okay. Easy, Magellan. You'd get lost within a mile. Jake strips off his shirt, too. Take another drink. Boys, seriously, why? There is a place in the boat for the shirts. What are you doing? And jumps in after Sean. There's so many pecks happening. What would an aloe girl be to do? Be my guest, man. Anybody else? We have room for a third. Sean's eyes fall on you. Oh my god. This is a setup. What do you say, princess? Fancy a spin in a speedboat with me and Steve Rogers over here? Now this is the life. What's the life? Melanoma? Because you are gonna get a really bad sunburn, white boy. Oh my god. We are gonna die of skin cancer. That's what's going to happen. We've got about 3 hours and nothing but flat ocean ahead. If you want some sunscreen, I got it in my bag. Oh, it's too late, dude. We're already out in the sun. Who should rub sunscreen on you? Jake? Sean? Both? Or do it yourself? Why is both an option? How does that work? Like, one does the front, one does the back? I feel if I pick somebody, I'm gonna get a back massage out of the deal, but this is also kinda creepy at this point in the game. Chat loves it. But then if I do it myself, then I'm putting on a show, so shit. There is no good answer to this, so you know what? I want to find out how they do this. Both of you rub sunscreen on me. Lather me up, boys. Both of us? Yeah, that's the look on my face right now, Sean. At the same time? Hell yeah. As long as dicks don't touch, you'll be fine. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm totally covered. My god, we're playing so innocent. Oh, I think we can maybe finally, like, technically they still have their shirts off, but I'm gonna take down the roll. Sean and Jake share a weird look. This is delightful to me. Oh my god. I guess we could stop for a second. Dude, just like fucking lock the steering. It probably has that. I would guess. Sean slows the speedboat to an idle. You slip out of your outfit and lie down on your stomach on the long cushioned bench. My God. Oh my God. I have seen setups for certain types of videos that are more coy than this. Sean and Jake line up on either side of you and begin spreading out the sunscreen. I can't believe this was an option. Oh, wow. Oh my God! Oh my God! Yo! This is a whole thing! She's gonna have her cake and eat it too. Jake's touch is rough, firm, forceful, like a deep massage. See, yes, I'm getting a back massage out of this. Yes, okay. While Sean's is soft, gentle, caressing. Oh my God. This is great. Combined, you melt under their fingertips. What part of us melts? And where are their fingertips going? Oh my God, they're not specific. Oh, y'all. I can't. What the hell? Okay. You get dressed and lie back down on the seat, closing your eyes, feeling warm and comfortable and perfect in the sunshine. Ellipses at the end. This doesn't bode well. Until suddenly you feel a chill. The sun glides behind a dark cloud. What's happening? Storm's rolling in fast. Surf's kicking up quick. The speedboat bounces across foaming white waves, and the wind whips past you. Bet you boys are regretting taking your shirts off now, aren't you? See that? In the clouds overhead, sparkles of orange blossom. That orange lightning, just like when we were in the plane. Guys, look out! Dead ahead, a massive crater opens up in the ocean. Deep, dark water swirls at high speed. Whirlpool! There's something coming out of it! Sweet mother of God. Oh, that bodes well. Okay, cool. What the... Oh my fucking God, it's a sea monster, y'all. What the hell? What the actual hell? Just... sea monster. Okay. We have to run. Get back to the island. You really think we can outrun this thing? The way that thing swims? No way in hell. Besides, I'll never back down from a good fight, and killing that thing's the only way to get off this island. Exactly how are you proposing to kill it, Jake Toxic Masculinity? Forget what your last name is. But what makes you think you can kill this thing? Jake's right. And if we don't stop that thing now, it'll come for our friends next. Shit, you've got a point. We gotta do it. For them. Okay. Alright, cool. They both turn to you. What? It's up to you. What's the play call, Kira? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I say we fight or run. If we fight, we find a clue. So, I say we fight. You're right. There's no running. Either that thing goes down, or we do. The monster opens its maw wide, electricity crackling between its teeth. Rawr! I tried that time. Now! Alright, now we swerve. Okay. Stressful. You jerk the boat hard to the right, swerving right out of the monster's path. Its gaping mouth whips down to where you just were. Sean, now! Sean winds up. Bet those Heisman voters wish they could see this! He throws the plastic explosive in a perfect arc. It sails through the storm and sticks against the monster's teeth. Jake, do it! Shoot! Even as the storm rages, as the boat cuts through the surging waves, as the monster roars and swivels toward you, Jake is as calm as a gentle breeze. Oh my, they are selling him, Jesus. He levels the flare gun and squints one eye. Don't forget to floss, asshole. He pulls the trigger. The flare streaks directly towards the monster, towards its teeth, towards the explosive. It has no clue what's going on. Boom! Yeah, that chunk of C4, damn, that would obliterate it. The Semtex detonates in an earth-shaking, fiery blast, tearing off a chunk of the monster's jaw. The creature bellows a terrible roar of pain and sinks below the waves in retreat. You hear wild yelling from far away. You turn back to the island and see your friends back on the marina, cheering. Dudes! Dudes! Unbelievable! You did it! Not half bad. And Furball's happy too. Just then, the water rumbles underneath your boat. Oh no, did we not avoid this? Oh no. The water rumbles underneath your boat. You can see a light growing and a deep, unearthly rumble. Oh no. I think we are gonna, like, almost die anyway. Okay, so if what I think is gonna happen, people who have fear of drowning may want to peace out for a couple minutes. Just FYI. What's happening? I don't know. The light surges toward you in a blinding pillar of white that shoots up through the water and hurls your boat into the air. Ah! You're airborne, weightless, falling again, you know. We don't have trauma from dying last time, it's fine. And then you hit the water with a hard crack. Ooh. Oh, that hurt. You look around, desperate, and see two other figures sinking near you. Oh no. Sean and Jake went down with us. Oh no. With your last strength, you swim to... So we can go to Jake, we can go to Sean, or I guess just sink by ourselves. I kind of want to go to both of them because what the fuck? Why can't I? If you haven't already guessed what I'm about to do, I'm thinking you haven't been paying attention, but, yeah, he's got me. I'm swimming to Jake. You swim over to Jake. He looks up at you, surprised, then grabs you and holds you close. Yeah, it's like I said, very dramatic. It's one of those scenes. I like how we're getting points with him like it's gonna matter. It will matter, it's okay. You press together, your bodies the only warmth against the ocean's cold as you plunge down, down, down. You know that this is it. Your final moments on Earth, wrapped up in Jake's arms. Okay. Your eyes meet. How do we see, by the way? We don't have goggles on. And people don't see super well underwater. And also, it's seawater. That shit burns unless you're used to it. There are people who can free dive without goggles in seawater, but they don't just, like, do it one day. That's some conditioning that has to happen. Fuck. So we can hold him or kiss him. Yes, this is as good a time as any, I guess. We're gonna die, we might as well. We're gonna kiss him. Kissing was an option, by the way, so take a drink. Yeah. You press your mouth to Jake's. The two of you kiss passionately, tenderly, faces close, hearts beating as one, knowing each other's lips for the first and last time. Okay. Well, we're dying, but at least we're happy about it. Okay. Sure. Together, intertwined, you sink down into the depths, forever as one. What? What? This is awful! Huh? You open your eyes to find yourself on a quiet, unfamiliar beach. You're soaking wet, a tangle of seaweed wrapped around your leg. But alive. What? Where? Kira? Kira! Oh, this must be serious. He called us by our first name. You roll over to see Jake and Sean heading down the beach towards you. All right, everybody lived. We're good. You made it. You're okay. I guess we all are, but what the hell happened? You pull yourself up to your feet and gaze out at the ocean. Excuse me. The water is still and clear, the sky blue. No sign of a giant sea monster anywhere in sight. Well, that's comforting. Last thing I remember, I was getting pulled down into the water. Then nothing. Oh, really, Jake? That's the last thing you remember? Wow, I guess I was memorable. Sean stops talking as Jake raises his fist sharply in the air. He leans forward and whispers, "Listen, in the trees. Someone's coming." You turn toward the trees and hear it. Soft sound of approaching footsteps. You can shout for help or stay calm or stay quiet. We're not a fucking idiot, so we're gonna stay quiet. But we are surprised. You stay quiet, reading Jake's body language, and he nods in appreciation. The two of you crouch down low. Well, at least he's pleased with himself. Sorry, am I missing something? Shouldn't we let our friends know we're here? You're assuming those are our friends. Aren't you? I never assume. ASSUME. Just makes an ass out of you and me. Just then, the trees rustle and part, and tall figures emerge from the jungle. Oh my god. Oh my god. We are in an Avatar sequel. Fuck you, James Cameron. So 1, 2. Okay, there are two of them. A man and a woman. Their skin glows impossible shades, and strange, ornate masks hide their faces. The man in the lion mask shoves past the other and strides towards you. You feel a strange tingling in your mind, an itching in your thoughts. Del est particle. Del est particle. A vision flashes in your mind. An open palm, a sheathed sword, a knee in the sand. Del est particle! Look, Legolas, we don't speak your damn language. Wait. I think he wants us to, so go to him, talk to him, or surrender. Well, sword in the sand, he's basically telling us to give up our weapons and surrender. Remember, we're wearing a knife. You serious? Just trust me. You raise your hands and drop to your knees, trying to recite what the leader keeps repeating. Del est partico. The masked man nods, satisfied. Del ast particle. Someday you're gonna have to tell me how you knew to do that. Ha! Sean is now friends with us! Yes! Ha! Never doubt Kira. Sean and Jake surrender alongside. I can't explain it. It's like it's in my head. That doesn't sound good. No, it does not, Sean. The masked woman whispers something, and the leader shakes his head. He gestures at Sean. The eagle. Oh, Aquila. So, there's some kind of Latin basis for their language, at least that's what they're hinting. Say what now? He ignores him and gestures at Jake. The wolf. Lupus. This is sounding an awful lot like those symbols we found on people's dossiers. Go lupus yourself, Papa Smurf. Dude, you are not stupid, Jake. Come on. Please tell me you know what lupus is. And no, I'm not talking about the disease. He turns to... But who are you? We can say, I'm Kira, I'm no one, or the question is, who the hell are you? I feel like we should not attempt to escalate this situation, considering we don't have weapons and they do. So, I'm Kira. Hi. We're gonna be really innocent about it. The masked man shakes his head. No, not what I meant. You must come with me. Me? All of you. Uh-oh. What did he say? He wants us to come with him. All of us. Huh! Like hell! I don't know if we have a choice, Jake. Something tells me Skull Kid over here is good with those knives. Lush, kama. She really wants to use them too. Yes. You come with us, or you die here. Why? Why is it so important that we come with you? The masked man steps back and presses 2 fingers to his temple. Everything flashes white, and then you see it. Whoa! The masked man's voice speaks, booming at you as if from the cosmos. If you don't come... Oh! Okay. Yucatan 2.0, huh? Cool. That's terrifying. You jerk out of the vision with a start. What is it, Kira? What did you see? Well, there's our 5th clue. It was... I think we should go with him, guys. If we don't, I think something bad will happen. Really bad. How bad? Like end of the world, Jake, literally. Like, apocalypse bad. Whew. Sean and Jake look at each other. I haven't even been looking for a drinking game clue, by the way. I'm like super into this, I'm sorry. Alright. Still seems crazy to me, but I'll follow your lead, Kira. Same. The masked woman turns away angrily, arms folded across her chest. Totally throwing a fit, okay. The leader extends his hand to you. You reach out to take it when... Get away from them! Oh god, you guys, this is not the moment! You look up to see Craig charging down the beach from the jungle, clutching a huge rock. Oh my god, no! No, wait!
But before your words reach him, Craig is already in motion. He winds up and hurls the rock right at the leader's mask.
Crack. Oh my god, dude, no. Okay. That's what our friend looks like there.
Whoa. Yeah, exactly. Craig, no, you are not helping. The leader's golden eyes meet yours, and you see his face for the first time. And he says nothing because we just threw a rock at his face. Y'all. Oh, great! Stabby is gonna go to work now. You all sprint through the jungle, racing back to the hotel. You can't see what's happening behind you, but you hear the strange trio shouting and running. Who the hell were those people? Well, they were about to be our allies before you threw a rock at their leader's face, Craig. Ask Kira, she's the one who mind melded with them. Yeah, maybe you should have asked me before you threw a rock at his face. She what in the who? Shut up and keep running! The gate! Open the gate now! Estella and Lila dive forward, pulling the gate open, letting your group in. There! Now close it! They pull the gate shut and bar it, closing off the hotel and blocking your pursuers. You collapse alongside Sean and Jake. Do I just, like, flop over both of them? Just, like... bloop. That's what I want to do. Are we good? Are we safe? Safe from what? What happened out there? You turn to look out through the bars. There, in the thick jungle, you can just barely make out a man's shape, glowering at you with a cold fire in his eyes. And in your head, you hear his voice. You cannot hide. You cannot run. We will take you. We must. Oh dear. Oh my. The enemy is out there. And they're coming for us. Yeah, they weren't our enemies until Craig threw a rock at their head. Okay, so we found all the clues in Chapter 12. Woohoo! These books are expensive if you actually want to, like, play them to completion. So that concludes Chapter 12. I will be back with more of Endless Friday next week, so same time, same place. Friday on twitch.tv/aromanticace at 7 p.m. Pacific if you want to watch me live. And then this coming Monday is Perfect Match Monday, so that'll also be same time, same place, but on Monday instead of on Friday. So you'll have the weekend to come down from this incredibly action-packed and exciting 2 hours